I'm doing great. How are you?
Okay. This is Dred from 4umf.com. People, right now we have Demetria Mckinney. For you people who don't know, she's a part of a very big show, House of Payne. Demetria, how did you feel being a part of the cast for House of Payne?
House of Payne and being part of that cast is like being part of a family, a really funny, silly, crazy, God-fearing family. Everybody loves one another. We're all very supportive of each other's other endeavors. Mr. Perry has been an exceptional boss, leader, and role model for us, so it's been a blessing.
Okay. How did you feel to hear about the studio being on fire? Did you ever hear what happened exactly with that?
You know, what's weird about kind of being in the public eye is everybody kind of waits to see how you're going to react to something, even if it's something very intimate and very kind of close to you. So I know a lot of people were asking me about it on Twitter. A lot of people were calling and trying to get scoops that I really didn't want to kind of respond to, because that's something really scary. I know for Mr. Perry it had to be scary, as well as for the cast, because from what I understand, I think it was actually the House of Payne stage. So it was more of a reflective moment. It was definitely getting into prayer for the studio, for Mr. Perry, for the situation, and also just looking at how we can turn what the devil would like to make a negative into a positive. You know, what can we build out of the ashes that you know, kind of tried to take us down. So it was just a reflective prayer moment for me.
Oh, okay. Do you have any plans to go to the big screen? Any movies? Any roles being offered?
I have had a couple of roles be offered. I recently did Church Girl, which aired on BET and is available on DVD, shameless plug. I've done a couple of roles. Actually, the role I'm really excited about is coming up in July. I am going to be playing the role of Dina in Dreamgirls at the Muni in St. Louis. And the beautiful part about that is I was asked by Miss Jennifer Holliday, who will be playing Effie herself. So I am excited. I am thoroughly excited about that. So that's going to be the whole month of July. We're going to be in rehearsals at the Muni, and then we are playing the Muni for a week. And that's amazing because the show's never been there, and that's the largest amphitheater in the country. So that's the thing I'm looking forward to right now.
Oh, okay. Being a beautiful African-American woman, how hard is it, you're welcome. How hard is it to be in the field that you're in? How would you, and what would you give advice to for as the upcomers that are trying to get into the same field as you?
Oh, wow. Being an African-American woman in this field is already hard. There are a limited amount of roles, and a lot of the roles are repetitive, you know, where the crackhead, no shame, because, you know, I played it, loved it, because everybody has a story. You know, but the thing I liked about Denise was that, she might have started off with a drug addiction problem, but she showed a way out. I love transitional characters. But as for being somewhat attractive, I mean, I'm not Holly Berry. I don't know how she did it. But you have to really stick to your guns. You have to. You have to know that, first off, eventually, outside ain't going to matter. So what you establish as far as your legacy, as far as who people know you to be instead of what they know you to look like, is really going to be the thing that gets you the furthest. So I would say to anybody wanting to get into this field, know what you're willing to do before you get in it. Study up on people who have been there. It's a beautiful thing to have things like Behind the Music or, you know, Unsung, because you get to into people's lives if you let it, good and bad. So I would say study up, know what you're willing to do, and don't use your looks for evil. Make them focus on your mind. You know what I mean?
Is that part of the reason why you haven't done any magazine modeling or any print modeling? Because I'm surprised not to see you doing any of those kind of features on magazines. I've been
approached about them. I've always been kind of anxious until recently. Being an actress, people associate you with a character. and don't necessarily know who you are. And while I admire Janine and her strength and her trials and her tribulations, her story is so very different from mine that I didn't want to alienate the audience.
Oh, okay, okay.
So me personally, now that I'm doing the music thing, you know, people are actually going to get a chance to know me. You know, I am a God-fearing woman. I am a mom. I am an actress. I am all of these things, but at the base of it, I'm a woman. Mm-hmm. I'm a completely separate individual. So now I'm ready for people to actually get to know me, to get to know my story, get to know what I'm feeling, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And hopefully they'll like it. Hopefully they'll keep the fish and throw out the bones or whatever that saying is. But you know, hopefully they'll take something away from it that will enhance their life, just like they took something away from Janine being a part of theirs.
Also, talking about the music career, what kind of music are you going to be giving to the people? What's your sound and style, and when can we, expect to hear something from you?
I am definitely R&B. My style is truth, dude. I really want to tell it like it is. I don't shy away from love. I don't shy away from when a dude got to get out. I don't shy away from how relationships affected me. And I've been really, really working very closely with Music Soul Child. He is amazing. Amazing. We actually have a duet. He's done actually 4 tracks on my album. I've had an opportunity to speak with some really cool people. I'm in talks with Bangladesh. I've worked with Brian Michael Cox. So it's some really nice stuff coming out. And I have a couple of things available on iTunes now, just under my name. And then the CD should actually be available prayerfully this summer. But I'm trying to shoot my very first video. I mean, we're getting this thing rolling. It's going to be hot.
Okay. It's not going to be any male bashing songs. We don't want to hear that stuff.
You know what? That's the thing. I don't understand why people label it as male bashing. If I tell you this shoe is going to make your foot stink, and you choose to be the person walking around in that shoe, you can't be mad because your foot stinks. If this applies to you, then I understand you being offended. But if you know that you're taking care of your woman, you're taking care of home, you're handling your business, and there ain't nobody who can touch you when it comes to your relationship, you should have no problem listening. Yeah, dude, get your stuff together. You better start singing with us.
Okay. Also, do you have any other business ventures other than this hot R&B album? And also, do you have the title of the album already?
I do not.